thought about it, talked to some more doctors, and just kind of looked at the field a little bit more and seen guys go down this road. I felt like it's probably the best decision to go ahead and get the surgery done. It was a tough decision because you want to hold on to every last hope of being able to pitch this year and contribute, but I think not only for my own future, but going into next season and contributing for the team next year, better not to waste any more time. Just go ahead and do it.
You sounded yesterday kind of leaning that way. Was that accurate?
Yeah, it was definitely probably where my mind kept drifting to, and I think if that's the thought that you keep ending up at, it's better to just go ahead and do it, not waste any more time.
And you were just
where the tear was, or how large the tear was in terms of the prognosis?
Yeah, it's a significant tear. I've had obviously a few opinions, and I've had multiple doctors say it's a full tear. So PRP doesn't usually help along those lines. It's more significant than I think we originally thought. So it doesn't seem to be a rehab type of situation, more so of get the surgery done.
When were you told then it was a full, or when did you recognize the extent of it?
Well, I actually found out right before I talked to you guys yesterday, so it was more on my mind during that interview than I already had my idea of what I was going to tell you guys that day, and kind of had that bomb dropped on me right before, so that's probably why you had that sense.
And then you were just watching Matt throw. How much have you talked to Matt about this?
Well, he looks great, man. So, looking and watching this month and a half that I've kind of stayed back and spent every day with him and watched his rehab process really go full out into what we're about to watch in live BP, and seeing how the ball's come out of his hands and the things he's been able to do manipulating the ball. Meaning his feel of pitching is there too, which is probably the most relatable to me. I'm not that 95, 97 guy that I'm going to need to get to that. I'm going to have to be able to manipulate the ball, and I feel like he's doing that the best he's ever done in his career. So it's easier for me to go ahead and see that out of him and go ahead and do that surgery without a whole lot of worry.
And then I don't believe you said it. Did you say a date on this yet?
I believe I'm going to go see Dr. Andrews on Wednesday, and then hopefully do the surgery on Thursday.
Have you already seen Dr. Andrews?
I've seen him once, yeah. I got my arthrogram from him and first opinion from him.
You said the bomb was dropped right before you met with us yesterday. Did you make your mind up about this before you left the stadium last night?
I'd say I was about 95% sure last night leaving the field that I was going to make that decision, and I hadn't spoke with my family yet at that time, so talking with them and talking with my agents, and I think people along those lines pushed it to 100% decision.
What's the best case scenario for next season?
I would say best case, trying to pitch in September next year. Getting my feet wet, back into pitching against hitters and game situations. It's going to be a long time. It's from an actual big league game of what I pitched last year, not including spring training this year. It's a long gap. So what I would like to do is be able to get some action next year, and then going into the 2017 season, really not having any doubt in my mind that I can go out there and compete, and I know what to expect. So. If everything goes right, that's hopefully what we'll be next year.
What was your reaction yesterday when you had the bomb dropped on you?
It sounds bad, but it's almost more of a relief that somebody's just telling you this has to get done. Don't play with this anymore. Just go ahead and do it. I think you just want to have a direction. You don't want to be wavering back and forth on your decision, whether it's the right decision or not. And once I heard from multiple doctors that it's a full tear and PRP probably won't be the solution here, then I was like, okay, well, let's just go do it. If I was dealing with a different injury, a less successful injury, a less successful surgery, I might try to be holding out a little bit more. But just seeing the track record with guys that feel like have had surgery relatively not too far in the past, and seeing what they're doing on the mound already with Harvey and Jose coming back and Matt doing what he's doing right now. So it makes the decision easier.
How about observing from afar someone like Tanaka and how that's dragged on? Did that play into this too?
For sure, yeah. And there's other guys on that list too that in the past have tried this route that I was thinking about going on, and I just don't feel like it ends great. And Tanaka might be great, but we don't know really what he's dealing with. But from observing, I don't like that path.
And of course, you even saw Burt Smith this spring. He had the same thing last year.
Yeah, but he didn't know what was going
Right.
on. I think he was relieved to finally hear that he needed it too.
Well, you saw Tanaka, you tried to give it a go, and now he's on a rest. You didn't want to just go. You didn't want to go through that. You just said
Yeah.
try to take the rest and try to maybe pitch through it a little bit. Just forget about it. Just go right through the surgery.
I wanted to pitch this year. I prepared all off season. Felt great physically going into spring training. 3 starts into spring training felt great. My mind was so focused on pitching in 2015 and seeing the team that we have this year and the energy level and the excitement that they play with every night. I wanted to be a part of it, so I think I held on to every last bit of hope that I could to pitch this year until I listened to listen to the facts and listen to what people are telling me around me, and just the smarter decision here is to go ahead and do it. But you take into consideration everybody. You get a long list of guys that have had the surgery, a long list of guys that are trying to fight through the surgery, and where they're at in their careers, where I'm at in my career, and you try to make the best informed decision. So that kind of hit me last night.
Alex, what's your biggest concern, or do you have any concerns when you're about to start this, really tough road?
I don't really have any concerns. I think whenever you're facing surgery, it's scary, but I've had my fair share of DL stints that I've been able to come back from. I have a great support system with my family and friends, and people that are going to help me get through it. I know I'm going to have the best care possible. The Rays, not only their the athletic trainers we have here, but the doctors they put us in the hands of are just first class doctors. So I don't have any concerns on that, and it just is a bummer to have to go down the road. I know the road that I'm going on is a long road, and that's frustrating because you just I feel like I'm in almost the prime of my career age-wise, and I want to go out there and perform and pitch, but you get obstacles thrown your way, and the only way to get out of them is to deal with them to the best ability and give it 100% effort on that road that you're on. And I'm on a road to recovery soon, so I'm going to give that everything I have without any worries.